The year was 2025, and Donald J. Trump had returned to the White House, riding a wave of fury, fire, and fractured politics. The nation was divided, but his supporters called it a resurrection, a second term, a second chance. But the White House was not as he left it. The building had changed. The carpets, once plush and warm, now felt damp beneath his feet. The air buzzed with a low-frequency hum, like the deep groan of something ancient and buried. The chandeliers flickered without wind, and the corners of every room seemed to breathe. Worse still, the walls had a heartbeat. The staff, handpicked and loyal, began resigning one by one. No reason given. Their eyes were always a little too wide, their hands shaking. Those who stayed avoided the Lincoln bedroom entirely, murmuring about scratches in the dark and doors opening by themselves. Even Melania refused to sleep there. "It watches you," she whispered, eyes haunted, bags packed. "What us?" he asked. She didn't answer. She just left. Trump dismissed it all. Liberal ghost stories. Fake news. But then the dreams came. Every night, 3:33 a.m. exactly, he woke, heart pounding, drenched in sweat. Always the same dream. A long hallway lined with bleeding flags, whispers in foreign tongues, a door at the end that never opened. Until one night, it did. Inside, he found himself, tied to the Resolute desk, screaming, mouth sewn shut with gold thread. The first sign, the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, had always hung near the stairwell. Regal, stoic, but now the eyes moved. Not subtly, not artistically. They followed, they glared, and late one night, as Trump passed beneath it, the painting smiled. The mirror 2 nights later, he caught his reflection watching him. After he'd turned away. In the East Wing bathroom, he leaned over the sink, splashing cold water on his face. When he looked up, his reflection didn't move. It just stood there, grinning, eyes too black, mouth too wide. Its tongue licking its teeth like it was hungry. The mirror shattered, silently, the cracks slicing from his reflection's mouth to its eye, as if the glass had recoiled in fear. He stared at the pieces on the floor. In every shard, his face was different. Older, rotten, wrong. Voices in the walls, the whispers started that same night. Soft at first, then louder. He's back. He never left. Now the house wants more. They came from events, from the fireplaces, from the plaster itself. Sometimes they sang. Sometimes they screamed. Once, he heard Ivana's voice calling from the basement. But Ivana was dead. Wasn't she? The doppelganger. It happened in the East Room. Pale moonlight pouring in, the silence oppressive. Trump couldn't sleep. He wandered, muttering to himself, until he felt it, a pressure on his shoulder, cold as death. He turned. At the far end of the room stood a figure in a black suit with a crimson tie, just like his. But the face was wrong. It was him. Or what he might look like after death. The skin was sloughing off like wax, the hair was thin and brittle, and the smile was stretched far beyond human anatomy. It radiated hatred, and something worse, hunger. "You don't belong here anymore," it said, in his own voice. But behind that voice were others. Nixon, JFK, even Lyndon B. Johnson. "You took the house. Now the house takes you." He backed away, hands trembling.